Hello and welcome. Wendy Byford here. What's stopping you from starting your own business? Is it the fact that you have imposter syndrome? You think you don't know enough, you're not good enough, you don't have enough expertise, you don't have enough skill? Is it the fact that you have kind of expressed a wish to start your own company and your friends and family and colleagues have basically said, oh no, don't go do that? Is it that you're overwhelmed by all the information out there and you really don't know what the first steps are that you need to take? Or is it something completely different? You're just frozen like a deer in the headlights because there's just so much that you think you would have to do. You would have to work so hard that you really can't even imagine yourself owning your own business. Well, if this is the case, then I'm going to invite you to come and join me in a masterclass. You see, I've been in business as an entrepreneur for about 20 years. And before that, I was in corporate America for 30 years. And I have to tell you that being an entrepreneur was way more fun than being in corporate America. And in being an entrepreneur, I went through a lot of the things that you're probably a little scared of right now. I went through not knowing everything that I needed to know, but I learned along the way. And I surrounded myself with the best people that I could find to help me get to where I wanted to go. I built a 7-figure business. We had 25,000 clients and actually more than 25,000 clients. And we just had a wonderful time in helping these people get started with their businesses. Now, there were people, as I'm sure you have, who had said to us, well, why don't you just go get another job in a corporation? Why on earth do you want to be an entrepreneur? And it wasn't that these people were being mean or were being nasty. They were afraid for us that perhaps we wouldn't be successful. And then what were we going to do? They thought perhaps that our preferences for being with people would change. And so we would no longer be friends or we wouldn't come to family meetings or whatever. So they were a little afraid that we would change and leave them behind. And of course, there was always the thought when we first started of, oh my goodness, we're going to have to work, 80 hours a week. And this is going to be so tough. Do we really want to do that? Well, there were times when I worked 80 hours a week. And there were days when I sat under my desk, banging my head against the side, thinking, why did I ever start this? But those were few and far between. And we found ways around each situation and managed to scale our business, as I said, up to 7 figures. So what I want to do is to invite you to a masterclass to talk about the 5 things that you need to know before you start a business. This is going to help you to evaluate whether or not what you're kind of feeling, this thing that's drawing you towards being your own boss and setting up your own company, is really going to be worth it for you. In this masterclass, I'm going to go through 5 questions that you need to ask yourself and 5 decisions that you need to make before you start listening to the people who say, well, if you're going to have a business, you need to have company colors and you need to have a logo and you need to have a website, you need to have a catchy name and all of those things. That's all window dressing. And while there is a place for those things, it's later on after you have gone through these 5 questions and made these 5 decisions. This is the most important work that you need to do when you first start out. So I'm going to invite you to come to the masterclass. The information is going to be below this video, and please try to attend live. I'm going to have a live Q&A after the discussion, and you'll be able to ask questions. I'll be happy to answer them for you. So please come and join me, and let's see if you can build a business that will fulfill your dreams and give you the lifestyle that you're looking for. Take care.